Boom. What I have in my hand right now is not only a giant plot hole, but also a Pokeball that contains one of my favourite designs I've ever done for the 4 Realms to Hell series. If you haven't seen them, go check it out. I've got a whole playlist. We're about to move into the second area after the Monkelus story. I'm very excited because it has some of my favourite character designs in it. I mean, besides the Monkelus, of course. But when coming up, but have I mentioned that it's Pokemonized? Yeah, I turned it into a Pokemon. That's what this Pokeball does. Now, when turning it into a Pokemon, there were in fact a few options. I was originally planning on making it 5 Pokemon that evolved into one big Pokemon, but that I just didn't really like that idea because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of evolving. If you're like evolving one Pokemon into another and then another Pokemon into the same evolution, you know what I'm saying? So I instead decided to make I instead decided to make it an Eevee-like, where it starts off as one Pokemon and then it evolves into 5 others, which is also what the Monkelus does. It can do either, because, you know, whatever. So without further ado, let's meet the guy, Monkelus, the mixed Pokemon. These Pokemon were once rumored to be the ultimate Psychic-type Pokemon with powers that could beat Mewtwo if tapped correctly. However, this was later disproven as these Pokemon often lose their psychic abilities upon evolving. Just so you're aware, there was some lore hidden in that story, but you'll figure it out when, again, I get to the Monkelus story. Now, what I really like about this Pokemon is not only the fact that I think I was fairly well able to copy the style of Pokemon, but I was also able to simplify this insane design I've created into one. The main thing I did was turning the split tails into one segmented tail that shows all of the 3 of the colours, with the 2 others, red and orange, being here. It's also able to fuse its beard not only into this stomach thing, but it also kind of overlaps, so it's kind of like a smiley face if you look at it, if you had eyes here. I'm not going to add eyes here. I was also able to turn his little eye thing into just a facial marking with the dot representing the fact that, no, those aren't eyebrows, those are eyes. I think that's about it. I used pictures of Grookey and other baby monkey Pokemon to finish this, but also his eyebrows kind of look like the crazy moon. You know what I'm talking about, the anime eyes were whatever. So I guess we're moving on to the next monkey, or its first evolution, I suppose. Now, leveling up with, because I wanted to use different moves that kind of represent the members of the Monkelus personality, you know. Leveling up with Rage, this Pokemon evolves into No! I'm not doing the music. I'm not doing the stupid music. What are you waiting for? Evolve it! This is Chimpanzane, the Berserker Pokemon. These Pokemon are said to be some of the strongest Pokemon around, able to fly into a Berserker rage that makes them stronger but harder to control. They are otherwise peaceful and calm, however. Now this one, I think is the best Pokemonized version of the evolutions, except for this next one coming up, and maybe the last one, I don't know, you guys can judge that. But yes, this is a chimpanzee named Chief. Follow me on Unveil, by the way, you will be able to see you'll be able to get some more information on these designs, just so you know. This guy's name is Chief, he's a chimpanzee, and I was able to change his red hands into sort of like, I gave them this pattern as if they're sort of like bandages that, you know, arms have, no, that people would like have around. They have like the bandages over their arm, you know what I'm talking about. And I was able to change his little chest pattern into, into sort of like a chest plate style thing, because it's a berserker, so, and also a crop top. Because, again, berserker, so, chest plate. Would berserkers wear chest plates? I don't know if berserkers would wear chest plates. I don't know. But yeah, he's cool. I like him. And yeah. So next up, we're evolving Monkelus with Sucker Punch, because ninja sneaky stuff. You know. You don't know? Oh, you're about to find out with Leapy, the hidden Pokemon. These Pokemon can seemingly move without a sound, and use their long tails to swing around and batter opponents with quick strikes. Their purple faces glow faintly in the dark. Now, something I quite like about the monkeys is I changed their designs because they had an original design. I'll show you them eventually. But I decided to make them all like represent one color, like have one color. So I accentuated the yellow this gal's got on this one with the tail almost more like a hook or a scorpion tail, I guess, than this blade thing I've got. I also obviously couldn't give them a knife. Unfortunately, I'll figure it out one day. And yeah, I changed its mask to be A, yellow, and so A, yellow, B, like the ninja headband flowy things. And I changed their facial markings into glowy purple face. And yes, I recognize that the face glowing in the dark is kind of inefficient for ninjas, but I don't care because it sounds nice. Now, next up we have, honestly, my least favorite design of the bunch. It's just a shame because I really like the Monkelus and I really wanted to do cool Pokemon forms, but couldn't. So, on to the next one with Calm Mind. At least it has a cool evolution move. It is Tankick, the lockpick Pokemon. These Pokemon are some of the most intelligent around and able to use tools such as small rocks to break out of enclosures, or even Pokeballs after being captured. These Pokemon have great psychic powers. Now, something else is, something specifically for this design is the back pattern was supposed to look like a brain. I'm not sure I really did it in this one, but whatever. I turned the little flappy bits some orangutans have into ears because elves have pointy ears and they have magic. I changed his beard into more of a flowy thing than, this. And I gave him this lockpick. It's kind of, it goes in both designs because of I mainly based this design sort of off an orangutan named Fu Manchu, I believe that was his name, who was able to lockpick the enclosure to his pen in a zoo and would just go around for his buddies, and then the zookeepers would come back in the morning and find a bunch of orangutans just hanging out. And they were only able to find it under the threat of being fired, which I just thought was kind of funny, and I wanted to reference it in this design. So salute to Fu Manchu as we move on to the next of Monkelus's evolutions, which is we're diverging from the original order I drew. I had these in my folder. Is it because the last one is the leader guy and you wanted to save the leader guy for last? Well, yeah. But it's also because it's personally my favorite design of the bunch, and I wanted to save it for later. Now, when you evolve it with Crunch or Recycle, probably just Recycle, I don't know, you get... Recycle's an ability, isn't it? I think so. Or is it... Crunch, we get Snozy, the chef Pokemon. These Pokemon are known for their strict nature when it comes to gathering perfect ingredients. I'm incredible at spelling, thank you. Ingredients, I don't know if that's how you spell ingredients, I don't know. Despite their ability to alter berries and vegetables into their perfect states with its psychic powers. Should have made it fairy type, I know, shut up. Now, this one was interesting because it's the first monkey that has like a proper, it's properly like, gotten like a job, I guess. You know how the other one is just like, Berserker, Ninja. This guy's a chef. Was originally like this aristocrat guy, but I changed it. And I also like this hand. Pink nose, its beard thing, its beard fluff is supposed to look like berries spilled all over its face, and the symbol now blends into sort of like an apron look, I think. And he's got bright pink clothes, and his tail is bulky like this guy's chef outfit, and he's got berry, and he's examining it. And he's got fluff, which is like a chef's hat. Yeah. Now, for my final design, or favorite design of the bunch, when you evolve Monkelus with strength, you get... I will actually do the music for this one. Bum 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 bum. We get Corilla, the leading Pokemon. Once evolved, these Pokemon will seek out members of all its alternate evolutions and form a band with it as the leader. They are said to be even physically stronger They are said to be physically stronger than even Chimpanzane, with Chimpanzane only being stronger due to its berserker ability. I mean base Chimpanzane, I know that doesn't make much sense. Oh, now, Gorilla is based on this guy named Gore. Gore is great. Gore is like the big brother. He's also heavily British. He's where the Monkelus gets his British accent from. And I really like how I changed his armband things into these spiky dudes that look like bones. And I was able to change his scarf, which I think, I'm not entirely positive, but I think I gave it to him because there was like a story of this woman who like kept a scarf on her whole life, didn't let anyone take it off, and then when she was dying, she was like, yeah, sure, take off my scarf, and then her husband took off her scarf and her head fell off, and these guys are supposed to be like experiments, so, you know, makes more sense. But I was able to change his scarf into this like neck fluff and a tail. I kept the spots because they just seem good. And I don't know why I turned his fists into like muffins. Maybe I just wanted some variation because all the others have like monkey hands. Speaking of all the others, say in the comments below which design is your personal favorite. And if you made it so far, thanks. How'd you pull this off? I'm sorry. I know I can be unbearable sometimes, but you know. Thanks for sticking around, thanks for checking out my stuff. Maybe go check out the Forearms to Hell series if you're new. If you're not new, wait for the Monkelus episode, I've got it coming. And not to be cliche, but yeah.